This is going to be part 2, I guess. So how have your books been received? What kind of reviews have you gotten with them?
Wow, I've had some really good reviews and also mixed reviews. I mean, I've had some people who said, well, it's not very realistic. Yet other people who said, are you sure you're not writing from your own experience? Which I always find really intriguing. Do I say yes or do I say no? Because either way, I don't think I'm going to get believed. So I generally just say, well, you do what you want to think and you think what you want to believe. And that's fine by me. I mean, recently, for Tickled Pink, I had an absolutely amazing review from Kinky Book Reviews. I got it as a recommended read and 5 stars, and basically the reviewer was amazing. I mean, she actually brought tears to my eyes with what she was saying. I was so moved myself, which was wonderful, really, because that's the whole point of what I write, is that I want people to feel the emotion and think, well, maybe that could be me, or really identify with the characters. I mean, that's the whole point of why I write, is to just express those emotions that we all repress, that we all keep, held right down inside.
Yeah.
So when people like it, I'm happy.
Okay, we probably could skip a few more questions. I'll tell you what, why don't we go ahead and you read your excerpt that you have for us for this take 2.
Okay. As my consciousness returned, I realised I wasn't anywhere that was familiar to me. A blindfold was tightly secured in place, and my arms and legs were bound spread eagle to a table, bed, or board of some kind. I had no idea which, but it was a fairly hard surface, and my head was resting on something soft, a pillow perhaps. Thankfully, I was still fully clothed. However, the tight pencil skirt I was wearing added to the constriction of my legs. I strained to hear any sound of my captor above the soft music playing in the background and my own laboured panting. Nothing except for the soothing strains of Vaughan Williams' Fantasia on a Theme by Thomas Tallis, one of my all-time favourite pieces. I turned my head from side to side, trying to identify the source of the music, surprise joining my fear. I simply couldn't understand the strange situation. Such apparent civility in such uncivilised circumstances. Testing my bonds, I ascertained that they were tightly fastened. An involuntary whimper rose from my throat as I struggled and twisted against them, terror now filling the pit of my stomach as I vainly fought my restraints, desperate for escape. My heart jumped into my throat when a man's voice whispered in my ear. The movement of his lips brushing my lobe and sending shivers through me. There's no point in struggling, though. Your delicate little wrists and ankles are no match for my knots. And then he laughed softly. Panic coursed through me. What had this man in store for me? The fact that I was still fully clothed and shod surely had to be a good thing. But even as I anxiously tried to remain calm, the torment began. My right shoe was totally taken away, and fingers gently caressed my foot, tracing lazy circles over the top of it. Such an unexpected action astonished me, and despite my paralysing fear, the sensual, capable touch was arousing me. I felt lips kissing my foot through my stocking, gently and carefully sucking each toe in turn, a hand tapping my heel and ankle, holding me still. Screwing my eyes tightly shut behind the blindfold, I tried to maintain my composure, his stroke becoming lighter and lighter until it was a tickle, making my body spasm involuntarily, instinctively trying to flee the nightmare caress. Laughing aloud, I was instantly ashamed at my vocal response, ashamed at losing control. Before the ordeal had commenced, I had decided resolutely that whatever he could do to me, I could keep my control, shut myself off, deny him the satisfaction of my fear. But this? He was taking control of my body with just the light drag of his fingertips over the sole of my right foot. He repeated this assault on my left foot whilst continuing to tickle my right foot. Gulping for air, my cries came raggedly as I tried to fight my natural responses. I couldn't imagine how this could become any worse, but then, to my horror, he tickled up my legs and under my skirt. I writhed under his touch, howling, completely out of control now.
Wow, that's something. Okay, let us know where we can find your books at, Tessa.
Right, well, my books are on lots of different places, on Amazon Kindle, on Smashwords, on all romance books. Pretty much anywhere you would usually like to buy a book, I'm there.
Before I forget, because I didn't know which book was that excerpt from.
Oh, sorry, yes, that one was from Tickled Pink. Lots of tickling.
Lots of tickling.
And it gets a lot hotter from there as well, I can tell you, but it's too embarrassing for me to read out loud.
Oh, then that's something we'll have to take a look at. Okay, we're going to stop right here. Thanks a lot for being my guest, Tessa. We'll take a look at how this sounds and put it together so you can put it out.
Great, thank you very much.